Okay, I don't know if this is going to turn out any good, but let's just give this vlog a try. Okay, so, just finished watching the fourth or second episode, depending on how you measure it, of a series of unfortunate events, the new Netflix series that I've been vlogging on for, I don't know, a couple weeks now. This one was pretty good. It's the Reptile Room Part 2, is the episode I was watching. And yeah, another pretty good episode. Let's see, this one starts off basically where, basically as they, stated, or, very strongly alluded to, or actually they pretty much said it at the end of the last episode, Reptile Room Part 1 that is. Monty, their Uncle Monty, is dead. And the kids find him there in the reptile room, dead. And I was surprised they actually showed his dead body. Yeah, that's a pretty dark, kind of creepy thing to show. And once again, this is sort of a kid's show, made for older kids. Like, on Netflix, I think, like I said, they say it's for kids 11 to 12, but yeah. A little dark there, but interesting, nonetheless. One thing that I found interesting is that here, the kids seem more upset about Monty dying than their actual parents dying, or what they think is their parents dying, that is. Even though, as we see, once again on the end of this episode, they're still alive, trying to get back to them, trying to help them. They've appeared in every episode so far at the end. I'm really becoming a fan of Will Arnett, by the way. Yeah, Will Arnett plays their father, but I don't know why they don't just, like, put them... If the parents are going to be in every episode, just put them in the opening credits. I mean, obviously you wouldn't say who they are at the beginning of the episode, because that would spoil it, but just say, hey, this show has Will Arnett and Colby Smuthers in it. Put them in the opening credits. You don't have to say that they're the mother and father, so I don't know. But so far they've been in every episode. Only briefly, but in every episode nonetheless. But they did seem a little more upset about Monty dying than their parents, but I suppose you could argue that that's kind of just more the feeling of fear and helplessness, It's the first time they've seen, and they know it's Olaf. Olaf, killed him, and they know this right away. And it's kind of the fear, and I guess kind of the helplessness. It's like, this guy is good, this guy is really good at what he does, and, he's, like, once again, he's very intimidating. I'm still not totally in love with Neil Patrick Harris's performance yet, although I don't really like the whole weird, kind of annoying thing he's doing with this, with the character that Olaf is playing, where he's basically being pretending to be this assistant of theirs. Now, basically, Olaf tried to take them away to Peru, like, kind of like how they're planning to go to Peru with Monty. And basically, of course they're like, no, we're not going with you. But, he threatens them, he's got a big knife, and he also kidnaps Sunny. They really got to keep an eye on her. And part of me is wondering, like, babies require a lot of care, a lot of watching after, and none of the adults in their life are doing that. They really got to take better care of this baby. I mean, the baby is a smart baby, but they got to take better care of her. But whatever. They end up running into Mr. Poe. Literally, they have a car wreck with him. No one's really hurt, no serious damage, but there is a car wreck with him, with Olaf, Mr. Poe, when Olaf is trying to take them away in their car. In his car, that is. And they're trying to, like, be like, hey, this is Olaf, and he killed Monty, and once again, the adults don't take them seriously. I still don't totally get Mr. Poe's character. I mean, I guess if you want to have him be a total idiot, just go all the way with it like they did in the Jim Carrey movie. But here, I don't know, it's like sometimes he's smart, sometimes he's stupid. It doesn't feel totally consistent. I don't know. But it's kind of this cliche of, like, not trusting children, and it's kind of just sort of, I think, needed to move the plot along. But it was kind of annoying me for a while. And I was kind of wondering how they were going to go with this. And I'm kind of sitting here watching it thinking, you see, Olaf is trying to take them away, and they're basically like, okay, we got to try to prove that this is Olaf and that he killed Monty. And I'm watching it, and I'm kind of sitting here thinking, like, they gotta be, like, really smart and really clever, because Olaf is a very smart guy. He has a lot of this stuff planned out from the beginning, and they're gonna have to try to be, like, really smart as far as just, like, I don't know, like, just, like, being, like a few steps ahead of him every time, and they're not there yet. But, I was starting to feel a little frustrated, but then at one point in this episode, they end up coming with a very clever plan on how to kind of temporarily stop Olaf. And basically what they do, I'm trying to remember all the details, but they come up with this very smart thing where they're able to kind of prove that it was not a snake bite like the fake nurse that Olaf brought in said. It was Olaf, and they basically reveal how Olaf kind of created this machine where he takes the snake venom that belonged to Monty, put it in sort of like this almost like gun sort of thing, and there's like these two prongs on the end of the machine, and they inject, what's his name, Monty with that, and that kills him, makes it look like a snake bite. And they also reveal how this snake, who they call the incredibly deadly viper, actually is not an incredibly deadly viper. It's a misnomer, as they call it. Once again, still don't get the whole defining words thing. Seriously, if anybody is more familiar with this franchise than I am, can you explain the whole, like, constantly defining words thing to me? Because I don't get it. But they had this whole plan, and they're basically able to best Olaf at the moment. But then, Lemony Snicket pops up. And, like, you see, before this, I'm kind of starting to feel like hopeful, and I guess it's a sign that this is a well-developed story, and these are well-developed characters, that I'm really kind of feeling like when things are going bad for them, I kind of feel for them, and I feel almost kind of like a little bit nervous, and it's like, I want to see, where this goes. I want them to get out of this okay. But basically, Lemony Snicket pops up, like right after it seems like things are about to go their way, and he basically says, like, if you're expecting a happy ending here, you are sadly mistaken, or something along the lines of that. And, you're like, oh, if you're expecting the police to, come out and arrest Olaf and the kid to get some pizza, that's not what's going to happen here. And he starts off by saying, like, this is, if this is a story for young children, that's what would happen. And it's like, okay, hold on a minute, okay. You're not that friggin' edgy, okay? This show is not that edgy, okay? It's pretty edgy. Like I said, they showed a dead body earlier, but, like, as far as just like, ooh, we're not gonna always have a happy ending. Like, okay, I'm pretty sure eventually this story is gonna have a happy ending. And even this one did leave us with some hope. They stopped calling Olaf temporarily. He got away. That was the sad part. But he's not a danger to them at the moment. And then they have this whole thing where they go into, like, the maze garden. They call it, they refer to it as a labyrinth. I guess that's what it's called. And there's this woman who's, like, friends with their parents, and, she's on their side. And she had disguised herself as a statue, and she's like, okay, you guys go with your Aunt Josephine, and I'll take care of Olaf. And she confronts Olaf on a boat, and it looks like she's about to get him, but then he escapes into the water. And they say, they said that they're going to be going to stay with their Aunt Josephine, which is what this woman told them, and it's also what Mr. Poe is what they had to do. And once again, I believe this is the character who was played by Meryl Streep in the Jim Carrey movie. I'm curious to see what actress they get. Meryl Streep was really good in that performance, and a very funny character, so I am kind of looking forward to that in the next episode. I don't know when I'll be getting around to watching that. Probably not, today's Thursday, I probably won't get around to watching it until once again, Tuesday when I have off, this coming up Tuesday. But yeah, like, I like the way the story is. I like how, like, they don't have to have a happy ending, but they still leave with a little hope, and they leave you interested and wanting to know more, and wanting to, and, leave some kind of unanswered questions, but you're not that edgy, okay? Stop acting like you're that edgy. Okay? There's still edgier stuff out there for kids, okay? Like I said, The Haunting Hour. R.L. Stine's The Haunting Hour. That's edgier than this, okay? That had some really scary stuff and just flat out no happy endings. I have a feeling eventually this story is going to have a happy ending, despite the fact that Lemony Snicket said it's not. Like I said, I don't know where the rest of this goes. I haven't read all the books. But yeah, I actually am curious to see the next episode because I do remember more about the Anne Josephine story from the live-action movie. It wasn't in the first book that I read, but I'll definitely be able to kind of make some comparisons to how they did the Aunt Josephine story here in a live-action movie. But like I said, I really don't remember about this much about this Uncle Monty part of the story, the Reptile Room part of the story from the Jim Carrey movie. I don't know if they just didn't do much with it or if they changed it, or I don't know, but I don't remember much of it. So there'll definitely be more I can compare there. So yeah, another pretty good episode. I do like how it all wrapped up, but just stop acting like you're so much edgier than you are. Okay, that's all. That's, I guess, the main criticism here. Okay, so yeah, that's all I gotta say. I guess I'll do another one of these, like I said, on Tuesday. I'm looking forward to see where the story goes from here, and thanks for watching, everyone. And yeah, the Game Shakers review is coming soon.